guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've sat in my room in Texas and filmed, but today's video is really exciting and it's my kind of last application video that I'll probably do for this season. But basically I asked all my friends at Stanford to reveal their stats and their most important extracurriculars and what they wrote their Common App essay about to kind of give you guys a feel of what different people's applications look like who got into Stanford, because I'm just one example and I think everyone's application is super different and super unique, which I think just kind of reiterates the fact of Stanford's not really looking for a specific person, but they're looking to build a unique class. Also wanted to mention that this video is sponsored by Crimson Education, which is so awesome. Thank you so much to them. Basically, Crimson Education is a website that connects you with different mentors that can help you with your essays, coming up with projects for if you want to do leadership things in high school. They can help you with SAT tutoring. Basically, they have a ton of tools to help you with the college application process, and their link will be in the description, so definitely check them out. So without further ado, let's get into how my friends got into Stanford.
Hi, I'm Anushri.
Hi, I'm Sophia.
Hi, I'm Grayson.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hey, it's your boy Jacob.
Hi, I'm Betty.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
Hey, I'm Will.
I took the SAT.
I took the SAT.
ACT.
I took both the SAT and the ACT.
I took the SAT.
I took the SAT.
I took the SAT.
I took it twice.
I took my SAT twice.
I took the ACT twice and the SAT once.
I took the ACT 3 times.
I took the SAT once, and I took the ACT 4 times.
I took it 1 time.
I took the SAT twice.
I took it twice.
The first time I got a 1560, and then I retook it and I got a 1590.
I got a 1420.
On the ACT the first time, I got a 34, then I retook and got a 35, and the SAT was the school-sanctioned standardized test, and I got a 1530 on that one.
I got a 34.
On the SAT, I got a 1540, and on the ACT, I got a 36.
I got a 1550 on the SAT.
I got a 1450 on my SAT.
First time I got a 1500, second time I got a 1530.
I ran a mini organization that taught Lego robotics to girls throughout the Bay Area. So I basically spent the last 2 years of high school bothering people for funding and then starting it up in local libraries and local community centers, and it was really cool because that was kind of how I got my start in STEM, through Lego robotics, and then having all of those girls participate in that and start their own Lego robotics teams was really meaningful to me.
Outside of high school, I was selected to participate in this study abroad program where I got to go to South Africa for 2 months, and it was a big leadership institute, so they help you plan a project out inside our own community after the experience. So I planned a project within my school. So I was president of this club at my school, and within that we did this whole week to celebrate International Women's Day. And we did different events, we had a big movie screening, and then we had a big, we decorated all the hallways with different events on every single day with different subjects. And then we also had a different focus on another day that was all about STEM, and we celebrated girls in our own community within STEM events as well.
Well, my family owns a dairy farm, since you asked, and so I worked on the farm 5 days a week pretty much during the summer, just saving up for college. So one of my biggest passions right now is to learn instruments and play a bunch of instruments. I play currently saxophone, guitar, bass guitar, piano, trumpet. I sing if that counts. And then I'm learning trombone with the band.
The most meaningful thing that I did outside of high school was a mentorship program through the Nebraska Human Resources Institute and it's a leadership development program. So I was paired up with a college mentor for 3 years, and we met every week and we developed our leadership skills together through conversations and just developing a relationship.
I had a job outside of high school that I worked for 2 years.
Most meaningful thing I did was writing a research paper examining the morality of aestheticizing violence in literature.
Outside of high school, I volunteered with a local art museum in my city. Basically, I just helped run the museum. I would help paint murals with them, and I would help with art classes and stuff like that, and I would introduce people to all the work that we did. Yeah, we did some stuff with other schools as well. We would go to schools to share the murals, and it was a part of a greater mural project that the museum did.
So I was an Eagle Scout, and I did a lot of really cool trips with my troop. So I went to Philmont Scout Ranch, and we hiked Machu Picchu and the Grand Canyon together, formed a lot of bonds with some really cool guys, and got to do a lot of really cool things.
I ran the TEDx club at my high school. So TEDx is essentially a day-long conference filled with TED Talks. So growing up in the Silicon Valley, I had a really cool chance to reach out to a lot of awesome people. We had like the founder of Khan Academy, we had a MacArthur Genius Grant winner, and it was like this really frantic event that we organized with all of these cool speakers, and we'd bring in all these small startups and they'd showcase their products. It was a lot of fun. We once had a machine that would bake cookies for you. So in between breaks, our attendees just got cookies from a machine.
In high school, I founded and became president of a Girl Up Club chapter at my school, and I was also vice president of Girls Who Code at my school. And I also did dance. I was involved in my school's dance team all 4 years of high school.
Inside of high school, I was involved in cross country and track really heavily. Did a lot of competitions with that, and all the way to the state level, so that was a big part of my life.
The most meaningful thing that I did inside of high school was show choir, so singing and dancing on stage in sparkly outfits, as well as golf and tennis.
The most meaningful thing I did in high school was probably Mu Alpha Theta, which is like a math honor society. I was the national secretary treasurer, and then I was also the state governor. I ran cross country and I ran track, and then I played soccer in high school.
Probably run the Red Cross Club.
Inside of high school, I was very involved with my school's Model UN club. I was actually president my senior year.
Inside of high school, I spent a lot of time working on journalism, and so I got to interview students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School who survived the shooting, and former president of Mexico, Vicente Fox, and I got to interview a lot of really interesting people and do a lot of really cool reporting and see that impact on my community.
I wrote it about my commute. So I grew up on the super far edge of San Jose, and I'd commute into the middle of the city for school, and it was an hour of my day because of Bay Area traffic. So I just wrote about having that time to myself and listening to the news and talking with my parents.
For my Common App essay, I selected the question, what's your greatest talent or greatest skill? And I said it was creativity, and I talked about different ways I problem solve within group projects at school or within other big problems in my life.
I wrote my Common App essay about me learning how to play the guitar and how it changed how I looked at life. It's interesting. I first wanted to learn guitar, to be impressive to people and stuff, but then I didn't really want to practice it very much to figure out how to actually learn it until I stumbled across the blues, like the genre of the blues. I had always discounted that genre as like really old and boring and nothing I wanted to be involved with. But then when I actually found it and I looked into it, it ended up being way more interesting and engaging to me than I had thought it would be. And so something that I had not enjoyed before ended up being like a character-defining part of my life, and it made me realize that maybe I shouldn't just count things out just because I'm not interested in them, like at first.
I wrote my Common App essay about bringing local foods into Nebraska public schools. So I helped to facilitate bringing local foods weekly into Lincoln Public Schools.
My Common App essay was very personal. It was about my older brother's heroin addiction and how I dealt with it and how it made me into the person I am today.
I wrote my Common App essay about doing debate. It's this topic about retribution and rehabilitation and which one should be prioritized in the criminal justice system. And I argued for retribution using an example about rape victims and how retributing rapists will help cure the rape victims. And I connected it to my experience about reading literature, and I wrote about how introducing this discourse in Chinese society where rape is very much a taboo subject changed this small debate community that I was in.
I wrote my Common App essay about some political stuff I used to be involved with. I think my main component of my application had a lot to do with how I was really interested in international relations and politics, which is back to the whole Model UN and all that kind of stuff.
So I work at a Christian musical theater camp over the summers, and I wrote my Common App about the summer after my junior year when, while we were working in the middle of a camp session, one of the guys who I had been friends with for a long time and looked up to passed away unexpectedly. And so I wrote about everyone at the camp working together to get over that while at the same time still trying to prepare the show for the end of the week.
Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video learning about how my friends got into Stanford. Basically, after all of that, I asked every single person like what they thought was the #1 most important thing to get into Stanford. And actually they all kind of said the same exact thing, and this is something that I actually agree with as well. And they didn't say a perfect SAT score or a perfect GPA or being valedictorian. Everyone said that the most important thing to get into Stanford is being able to showcase yourself in some way that Stanford would feel that you would contribute to diversity in some way. That doesn't necessarily mean diversity in like your racial or ethnic background. It can just be diversity in perspective, diversity in experiences, just some way that you contribute uniquely to the class. As you can see, my friends didn't all do like one certain thing in high school that got them in. And my friends just did a bunch of different things, but what they had in common is that they took their passions and ran with them and did something cool with them in high school, or just implemented them in some way, and you can tell that they're all really passionate about something, whatever that is. And I think portraying those passions and that uniqueness in your essays, whatever that means to you, is probably the most important thing that you need to do to get into Stanford and to get into any top university that is really so selective. Before I go, I just wanted to remind you guys to check out the link in the description to check out Crimson Education, and that Crimson Education's main goal is to connect students with a team of strategists, mentors, and tutors that will help you guys create a successful college application. Whether that be extracurricular and leadership projects, college essay topic brainstorming and editing, or SAT prep, Crimson Education has these resources available for you in basically whatever you need. So if you're looking to stand out in the college application process, definitely check out their link in my description. And that is all that I have for you guys today. As always, give this video a like if you liked it. Comment down below anything you want about college. My DMs are always open for things about Stanford. My DMs are open for any Stanford related questions or application related questions. If you got in early to Stanford, please DM me and let me know. I had a few people DM me, and that's super exciting, and I can definitely answer any questions you guys have about like life at Stanford. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.